Hey everybody, it is Professor Parish and we are on week 2 of English 109. So hopefully by the time you're watching this video, you have completed week 1's assignments, but I wanted to go ahead and record week 2 early in case if you decide to move forward with week's 2 assignments because they have been open since the start of class. So these activities are not due till October 23rd, so you got some time, no worries. But with this class, I wanted to go over, there's 4 different assignments that are due this week, and so I wanted to make sure to go over them with you so you knew what all we were doing, because this class, since it's only 8 weeks long, it does move very quickly. So first and foremost, if you don't have a planner or anything to kind of organize and create like a time management system, I would recommend getting a planner or making lists and going week to week like it is on this homepage and figuring out when you can do each assignment. Obviously, the discussion forum is going to probably be something you do towards the end of the week because you want to wait and have people have time to post, right? But you can at least go ahead and post your discussion post at the beginning of the week so people can start responding to you, and that way we can start getting those responses in early in the week than having to have you wait until Sunday to do so. But, you know, the other assignments you can plan out pretty much any other time for the week. The one thing that I encourage students not to do, don't wait until the weekend. Don't do that because one, you probably want to do stuff on the weekend and have fun and not worry about class assignments. And two, lots of technology errors can happen on the weekend, or there could be like a power outage or something happening. And like I said in the last week's video, I don't let late work in because of a technology issue since you have an entire week to do so. So my recommendation would be get these assignments out of the way at the first part of the week, and then that way you'll have time for the rest of the week to worry about other stuff. But let's talk about what's due this week. So like I said, we've got our 4 assignments, which I'll go over down here at the bottom. But for this week, it's just watching this video. And then in our English skills textbook, there's chapters 3 and 4, which you can just kind of skim through. They're continuing our discussion about how to write, how to construct paragraphs, how to do research, effective, like putting paragraphs together, getting your papers ready. It's mainly just about like the mechanics and structure of an essay. And then chapter 11 is about cause and effect, which will be the theme of our very first paper. So if you've never written a cause and effect before, they're not hard. They're actually pretty easy. But chapter 11, which is pages 245 to 258, it's a pretty short chapter. I would definitely encourage you to read that chapter to help you get ideas for your paper, what you want to write about, and it can also explain the entire theme of cause and effect if you need to. And so there's that. But going with our discussion forum, we'll talk about what's going on here. So after you've examined chapters 1 through 4 in our textbook, what I would like for you to do is go to Google or search engine. It can be Google, it can be Yahoo, whatever. And I want you to look up a news article. This can be from any major news outlet, right? And so then I want you to answer these questions about that article. 1, I want you to list the title of the article and a link to it, and explain to me, why did you pick this article and does it have any connection to you? Like, does the news story relate to you in any way, or why'd you pick it? 2, I want you to list the thesis or the main point of the article and give me 3 examples from the article that support that main point. So if your article is about electric cars and Illinois' push for making more cars electric, that would be your main point. And then you'd have 3 things that kind of support that main point from throughout the article, right? 3, would you define the article as credible? Why or why not? Is this a credible article? Why do you think so? If you're not sure, why are you not sure? I just want some explanation on that. And then 4, I want you to describe in a brief outline the organization of the article. So for example, you could briefly tell me what the article is about, and then is the article separated into paragraphs? What point does each paragraph make? And then what's the conclusion? And the reason why I have you do this is that I want you to practice organizing and creating outlines because you're about to do that for your papers. So this get you some more practice into it, right? So you'll have this post with all these answers in it, and then at least 3 peer responses, and they are due by Sunday, October 23rd. All right, so that's the discussion forum. You also have the textbook activity, which takes place on pages, there's different activities for it. One's on page 68, another is on page 73 to 74, and those assignments are detailed pretty specifically in these here, right? The textbook assignment's pretty straightforward. It's just identifying support and main points in text, right? It's a pretty straightforward textbook activity. The grammar review number 2 is going to be over activity number 3 on page 434, where you write down the word that joins the 2 thoughts into a complete sentence. Activity 4 is adding a closely related thought to the following sentence, making it complete. And then you'll take a logical transition from the box on pages 437 for activity 6 and put it here. And then activity 8 is choosing a dependent word from the box on page 438 to answer the questions. So again, this week I made the textbook activity and the grammar activity pretty straightforward and simple because you guys are doing other things with the discussion forum as well as the thesis and outline. So nothing crazy, right? Nothing crazy. And just like the textbook activity, you can either you can copy and paste this into a Word document, save it, or you can write out your answers either in a text box here or through a document you can attach. And then the cause and effect guidelines. So chapter 11 in our textbook talks about cause and effect. I'm going to go over the guidelines here shortly, but you're going to write for this assignment a brief statement of what the topic or thesis of your paper is going to be. What is your cause and effect paper going to be about? What is the purpose of this paper? And give me an outline like you did for the discussion forum that lists your main thoughts and your points that you plan to discuss in your paper. So let me open up this guideline here and show you all. Basically a cause and effect. Your cause and effect is just detailing what is an issue, what causes it, and what are the effects of it. So for example, you could do a thing on student loan forgiveness. And you could say, what are the causes of student loan forgiveness? Why do we need this? And then what would be the effects of it were it to be given? Does that make sense? And then another one could be rising gas prices. What is the cause of these rising gas prices? What are the effects of them? And you can list that there. So it's a pretty straightforward paper. You're just listing something, what's caused it, what are the effects of it, and just kind of detailing that into a paper. So your assignments as a whole need to have an introduction paragraph and all this, but for the topic and outline, the thesis and outline, which is this bottom part here, I just want your outline, having your thesis, what your point is, and then the points you're talking about and your conclusion, right? And if you have any questions about this, please email me. My email address is right here. You can email me and ask any questions you want to. I am happy to answer them. So those are the assignments for this week. By the time you're watching this video, week 3 will have been open, but this is a lot to keep you busy this week, I know. But if for some reason you do get done early, you can always work ahead. But I won't have the lecture video out until probably Sunday for that one, okay? So as always, feel free to ask me any questions about the class. If you're having trouble with anything, let me know. But I hope you all are having a wonderful week. Please stay safe, take care, and I will be back next week to talk about week 3 of English 109. Bye.